Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. I'm Jasmine Alviana. Today I want to presentation about McDonald's company. History McDonald's company, strategic issue and history of McDonald's. The business began with two brothers in 1937, Dick and Maurice. McDonald's opened a small drive-in restaurant east of Pasadena, California. This led to the creation of a bigger drive-in which operated successfully, and by 1948, the brothers had made a fortune they never expected. The brothers realized that hamburgers comprised of 80% of their sales and closed their doors to re-evaluate their business model. The same year, in 1948, the model was about affordable dining for families who wanted to eat out. The Spanish service system was always implemented that included an assembly line of sorts, a 980 menu, and an all-male staff. The operations were proven successful in 1952, and the first franchise was sold to Neil Fox, who opened a restaurant in Phoenix, Arizona, and created a national franchise system, but soon realized that too many copycats were creeping up and they needed an advantage and a head start. Ray Kroc joined the team as the exclusive franchise agent in the United States. Strategic issues, problem and challenge. In recent time, McDonald's has underperformed in comparison to previous year's achievements. Recent issues, customer service. As years have progressed, many issues have arisen for McDonald's, but the greatest is probably its poor customer service. A customer service index done in 23 found that McDonald's had the lowest the customer service ranking in the fast food industry, and its ranking often lower on customer service than the IRS. One reason for this is a high employee turnover rate. McDonald's has the highest employee turnover rate among its competitors. Another contribution aspect to the poor customer service is slow service at the drive-thru window. McDonald's currently ranks fifth in speed at the drive-thru windows and 19th in accuracy. Opposing viewpoints. While McDonald's feels positive about its newly implemented change, the critics are rather skeptical. It was said that long-term they believe that it will be through to sustain growth and margin expansion. Specific concerns include McDonald's ability to maintain its current level of product innovation and competitors' ability to copy those ideas. The critics even went as far to question if McDonald's recent improvement was more of a reflection of the market and the dollar rather than its newly implemented strategy. In response, McDonald's officials said that they will need to deliver on their set goal of sustaining increase in sales and operation income, following with the most significant question of whether or not the new change will sufficiently provide McDonald's with core competition necessary to build a sustainable competitive advantage in the global fast food industry. Health factor. All fast food hamburger chains, McDonald's include, are forced to respond to the shift in customer preference from high-calorie burger and fries to healthy items such as deli sandwich and bucket potatoes. All the chains are expected to be struggling for several years to come to meet new customer health, experimentation without compromising the original menu items. New menu items. Fast food restaurants have, for the most part, always been linked to an unhealthy lifestyle. As a result, customers who are health conscious have tended to take their business always elsewhere to restaurants that offer nutrition alternatives. In response to the health conscious lifestyle that people have adopted, the majority of the national chains have created new menu items to cater to this demographic. Customers are the main driving force behind the daily operation of fast food firms. They are the reason the companies have attempted to upgrade the quality of their customer service, and their needs have led to the creation of new products to satisfy their demand. Strategic move. A number of competitors in the fast food industry have expanded beyond their traditional offering of generating revenues from their fast food restaurants. Major chains such as McDonald's have acquired smaller chains Boston Market, Chipotle Mexican Grill, and Donut Pizza. Wendy's have also grown by acquiring small companies such Tim Hortons and Baja Fresh Mexican Grill. Strategic group. The fast food industry is primarily composed of national chain brands. As a result, there are just a couple of strategic groups associated with the fast food market. The major national chain brands such as McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Hardee's, and Jack in the Box compete in markets throughout the United States and around the world. Their strategies are focused on providing a product that is based on low price convenience. Their strategic growth is associated with many geographic locations and low price and quality, and competition with these large multinational firms and local fast food restaurants. Local fast food restaurants focus on providing their customers with a quick, cheap alternative to the national brand. This business offers a low price and low quality product in few locality. Fast service. Over the past couple of years, there has been a growing demand in the restaurant industry to provide customers with a higher quality product in a short amount of time. These restaurants are typically referred to as fast casual or quality quick service. They aim to provide freshly prepared, made-to-order meals. Their operation combines the speed and convenience of traditional fast food with the food quality and appealing the core of casual dining restaurants. There are a number of national chains that fall into his strategic group of providing a high-quality product in many geographic locations, and there are also some business that function in a couple locations and provide a similar high-quality product. Success McDonald's. In 1940, Dick and McDonald's opened McDonald's Barbecue restaurant in San Bernardino, California. Since then, the Golden Arches have become one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. Millions have been served French fries, hamburgers, and sodas at thousands of franchises throughout the world. McDonald's has been able to withstand wars, economic downturn, and competition by focusing on key success factors. The first is customer range. A key factor in the success of McDonald's is its ability to appeal to a wide range of customers. For example, in June 1976, McDonald's introduced a breakfast menu to capture more customers. According to a case study by business analyst Jim Nelson, Nelson stated that McDonald's also created the famous chicken McNuggets in 1980. Happy Meals appeal to children and the restaurant menu offers a wide range of choice for parents. The Big Mac, Angus Deluxe, Quarter Pounder with cheese, and the Big Tasty and are just some of the 32 sandwiches offered on the McDonald's menu at McDonald's.com. McDonald's appeals to a wide range of customer preference. The second is nutrition. On the organization website, McDonald's states the part of its success is due to its commitment to the well-being of customers. In 24, McDonald's established a global advisory council to provide expert guidance on nutrition and well-being. To satisfy health-conscious customers, the fast food company began to include high-quality choices on the menu. Customers are able to choose from hamburgers or salad as their main entry. Apples may also take the place of French fries in children's Happy Meals. McDonald's also pledged to provide customers friendly nutrition information on menu items. Customers have access to the calories and fat content to make better choices. This acknowledgement of customers' health has helped keep McDonald's successful. The third is availability. McDonald's has made convenience a key factor in its success. According to Jim Nelson's study, restaurant locations are so prevalent in suburban towns and cities that you are never more than a few minutes away by car or by foot. Shopping centers and street malls generally have a McDonald's included or within walking distance. Some stores have positioned McDonald's restaurant inside for customer availability. And the last is affordability. McDonald's has weathered economic downturn because of the affordability of its menu. According to Bloomberg Business Week, concepts like the dollar menu give customers the option to eat a full meal at a small cost. For breakfast on the dollar menu, a customer may have a such biscuit, a small premium roast coffee, and a hash brown for $3 plus tax. French fries, hamburgers, and side salads are offered on this menu throughout the day. Because of the fast food restaurant's ability to appeal to low-income and middle-class families, the company continues to see profit gain. An October 2010 report from the International Business Times stated that the world's largest restaurant chain posted 10% growth in its third quarter profit that took market estimates. Conclusion. McDonald's Company. McDonald's is one of the largest fast food companies in the world. They continue their path for success by keeping their customers in mind regarding their product selection as well as their price. They encourage their employees to do a good job, usually promote from within, and offer several scholarships and account education. Through McDonald's is a centralist while NC company they find way to use technological products that will increase their productivity, service and sales everywhere from using the Nintendo DS to train staff to using new POS touch screen registers. McDonald's will certainly be around for plenty more years to come. Impact COVID-19 for McDonald's company. In advance of its quarterly earnings announcement scheduled for April 30, McDonald's has released details on how its business has been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. This unprecedented situation is changing the world we live in, and we will need to adapt to a new reality in its aftermath, said President and Chief Executive Officer Chris Kempczynski in a statement. We are implementing measures across markets to keep customers and crews safe, such as contactless drive-through and delivery, social distancing guidelines, protective equipment for crew and exchange, hygiene, and cleaning procedures. To date, the QCR has not experienced any breaks in its supply chain. Approximately 75% of its restaurants around the world are operational, the majority of which have adapted to focus and drive-through delivery and or takeaway. In the US, all restaurants are operating drive-through delivery and takeaway, only subject to local regulations. Dining rooms are operational at the restaurant discretion. Some locations have limited menus and hours. Restaurants that are closed are primarily due to their location. For example, location inside shopping malls. Several markets such as France, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom have fully closed all restaurants. In China, 98% of the locations have resumed operation, although the market continues to experience a reduced level of demand as customers have not fully returned to their pre-COVID routines. 2020 was off to a strong start before the pandemic. Kaczynski explains, beginning in March, we experienced a significant decline in our results that varies across markets. The variation reflects the different levels of customer behavior and government response. He added, the situation remains fluid, and as the duration and scope of COVID-19 continues to evolve, it is not possible to estimate the full extent of the impact on our business at this time. Planning control. Kaczynski said the QCR remains focused on what we can control to manage through this crisis. That includes suspending its share buyback program, increasing its cash position to 6.5 billion in the debt market, and reducing capital expenditures this year as a result of our experience of the future project across the US and a reduced number of new restaurant openings in around the world. To the uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic, McDonald's is among the publicly traded companies that have withdrawn their 2020 outlook. COVID-19 challenge continue to affect McDonald's sales. McDonald's Corp. U.S. comparable sales rose 4.6% during the third quarter of fiscal 2020, where strong the world growth not offset the challenge the quick service restaurant chain faced in other parts of the world. Overall, comparable sales fell 2.2% during the quarter. COVID-19 challenge continued to affect McDonald's sales. We start the third quarter with nearly all of our global restaurants open for business, and they remain open today, said Kevin M. Ozan, Chief Financial Officer, on November 9 during a conference call to discuss the quarter's results. However, with the virus resurgence, there are numerous instances of government regulations of operating hours, limited dining capacity in most countries, and in some cases, mandated dining room closures. Net income for the quarter ended September 30 total 1.76 billion equal to 2.35 per share on the common stock, an increase over the same period of the previous year when McDonald's earned 1.61 billion equal to 1.11 per share. Sales for the quarter fell 2% to 5.42 billion. US comparable sales were up 5.6%, with positive comps in each month of the quarter, including low double-digit in September, marking our highest monthly comp in this side. On the side, sales comps were also positive across all day for the month of September, with continued strength at dinner, while McDonald's results are recovering when compared to performance during a early stage of the pandemic. Oden said he expects restaurants, start and stop to be the likely operating environment for as long as the virus is present. Given the safety measures we have put in place and the operational changes we have made to adjust to this new environment, we believe we are well positioned to successfully navigate through. In his shape, net income for the first 9 months of fiscal 2020 was 3.35 billion, equal to 4.47% and down 25% when compared with the first 9 months of fiscal 2019. Sales for the period were down 13% and 30.89 billion. Plant-based option. People noticed when McDonald's announced a menu exchange. The world's largest fast food chain, November 9, announced it would be testing a plant-based burger option in some global markets in 2021, and that the burger would be just the beginning of a menu platform till MC Plan send rips throughout the marketplace. We have created a delicious burger that will be the first menu option in a plant-based platform we are calling MC Plan, said Anne Frederick Borden, president of International for McDonald's, during the company annual Investors Day. MC Plan is crafted exclusive for McDonald's by McDonald's in the future. MC Plain could extend across a line of plant-based products, including burgers, chicken substitution, and breakfast sandwich. And we expect some market will test the burger next year. We are excited about the opportunity because we believe we have a proven delicious tasting product. Impact COVID-19 for McDonald's Company. In advance of its quarterly earnings announcement scheduled for April 30, McDonald's has released details on how its business has been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. This unprecedented situation is changing the world we live in, and we will need to adapt to a new reality in its aftermath, said President and Chief Executive Officer Chris Kempczynski in a statement. We are implementing measures across markets to keep customers and crew safe, such as contactless drive-through and delivery, social distancing guidelines, protective equipment for crew and exchange, hygiene, and cleaning procedures. To date, the QSR has not experienced any breaks in its supply chain. Approximately 75% of its restaurants around the world are operational, the majority of which have adapted to focus and drive-through delivery and or takeaway. In the US, all restaurants are operating drive-through, delivery, and takeaway, only subject to local regulations. Dining rooms are operational at the restaurant discretion. Some locations have limited minutes and hours. Restaurants that are closed are primarily due to their location. For example, location inside shopping malls. Several markets such as France, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom have fully closed all restaurants. In China, 98% of the locations have resumed operation, although the market continues to experience a reduced level of demand as customers have not fully returned to their pre-COVID routines. 2020 was off to a strong start before the pandemic. Kamzinski explains, beginning in March, we experienced a significant decline, working very closely with them on a number of matters, and I think that folks just have to continue to be patient. But I feel, as I said in the past, good about the relationship and good about with what we are contributing to the MC Plan platform. Alex German, a research analyst with Interminator International, which has US offices in Chicago, said the introduction has major implications for the fast food and plant-based food industry. In recent years, chains such as Burger King and White Castle gained a competitive advantage against McDonald's by introducing plant-based options on their menus. German said vegan and vegetarian customers may have avoided McDonald's in favor of chains with this option. The MC plan line could lure these customers back to McDonald's. In addition to the growing numbers of customers who occasionally incorporate plant-based food into their diet. By creating stronger options for these consumers, McDonald's is opening a new channel for future sales growth. The MC plan will also significantly impact the market for plant-based food. Many fast food chains have introduced plant-based options in recent years, but most of these have been a partnership with Impossible Bear brands. National Guard, McDonald's decision to recruit its own plant-based line raises the question if other fast food chains will eventually do the same. Whether that happens or not, the introduction of a plant-based line by the world like fast food chain will eventually challenge the brand dominance of the plant-based market. Sabina Faye, Senior Director of Strategy Initiatives for the Plant-Based Food Association, San Francisco, said the announcement further comments the platform the the plant-based industry as a mainstream part of the American diet. Little sales of plant-based food are way up, especially during the pandemic with more people eating at home available there to face it. We are glad to see McDonald's joining other fast food chains like Burger King, KFC, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and many others in adding plant-based food options to their menu. It is the smart move for McDonald's to meet customer demand. I will welcome them to the plant-based from food industry. That's all presentation from me. Thank you and see you next time.